price of palm oil will not be as high as in the past, and we're going to give a couple of alternatives.
The actual outstanding level of capital outflows from China, or M&A, is 15% of what it was last year. So it's come down 85%, which is pretty shocking. What worries me more is the belief that you hear from some quarters that this is somehow positive or sustainable. It's not. It's positive in that you don't need China buying things like football clubs. That was always silly. But it's not positive in that what you are going to see instead is a political blowback, I believe. China has openly said at the very highest level that the door is still open for strategic investments. And I know obviously within Rabo that we're hoping that continues to be the case in the food and agriculture sector. What I believe you will see, and what we are already starting to see in the US and in Europe, and I think other countries will follow, is people to say, well, we won't sell to you, China. If all you're going to buy is the strategic assets, nothing is for sale. Now you might think, why? The answer is, it works the same way as an all-you-can-eat buffet. If your customer is China and say, I'm going to come in, I'm only going to eat the shrimp. I'm not going to have any rice or potatoes or bread or any of the vegetables or any of the fruit at the end. I'm just going to basically fill my plate with all the shrimp and then go over there to the other end of the restaurant and eat it, because that's the highest value-added product that you've got on your buffet. The buffet is destroyed for everybody else, and the restaurant doesn't make any money. And that's openly what China has said it's going to do. And as a result, other countries, I'm quite sure, are going to turn around and say, well, in that case, either sell your strategic assets to us, which they'll never do in a million years, or you can't have them. At which point we have a more Trump-looking world where everyone lowers or raises the drawbridge, lowers the gates, and just says, not for sale, not for sale, not for sale, not for sale. That's not really good for any of us, particularly in the food and agri-industry where the food is grown here and eaten over there. So we need to have a global outlook. But we operate within an environment as the food and agri-industry that we don't set the terms off. It all happens at a political level above us. So it's not a positive story, and that's one of the reasons why I tried to underline, I think it's healthier if China reforms and actually has a weaker currency than China, basically putting on a straitjacket or refusing to let any money leave and saying, look how strong and stable we are. See, nobody wants to leave. I've bolted the doors closed and I've put barriers over the windows. Look how many people are happy to stay in this room. Which is pretty much what China's doing now.
Yeah. All good?